Well, police have been searching for more than 6 years for the men who killed a Savannah art gallery owner. Now, their leads have gone cold and tips aren't coming in.
In a WTOC Investigates tonight, Aria Janelle sat down with a family living across the globe, still fighting for justice.
He was just a genuinely good guy, and it's just so wrong what happened to him.
Kevin Reid's brother and sister remember him as artistic, a staple in the Savannah art community. You may remember Kevin. He was the owner of the Australian Aboriginal Art Gallery that sat right here on Broughton Street. On September 21st, 2016, Michael Reid and his sister Leonie Atkins, who live in Australia, got a horrifying phone call from Kevin's wife.
It was me that got the first phone call. Carrie was distraught, absolutely sobbing and crying on the phone and saying it was all her fault.
I was at work and I just remember one of my work colleagues hearing me scream and come running out.
According to Savannah police, Reid and his wife Carrie were walking home from dinner on Drayton Street, and when they turned onto Waldberg Street, they were attacked.
Less than 50 metres from their home.
All Carrie remembers is being pushed by Kevin onto the road, but they only saw 2 people and there was a third one hiding in the bush. And that's where the shot came from. It came from behind and they were gone.
Police say Reid was shot and died on the way to the hospital.
Savannah police spoke to us and thinks that it possibly was gang related. We just don't know. We know nothing.
For years, police and the community have been fighting to find the men who did this. So the WTOC team did some investigating, digging through the police report. It says that Reid's wife didn't recall anything being said to them before they shot her husband.
It was dark and they had bandanas on.
The description of those responsible is vague. The police report describes the suspects as black male, medium complexion, wearing a bandana, and the other 2 were also black males. When I asked police how close they were to making an arrest, the department said they couldn't get into details about tips or interviews they've done. I was able to sit down with Savannah Detective Zachary Burdett. His team has been combing through those tips for years.
This case is one of those ones that's very frustrating because you get a lot of tips, and when you get them, you think, man, this is going to be the one that gets you over the top.
But that's not what happened. Burdett says they've hit a dead end. The report says police talked to neighbors, but no one saw the shooting happen. They only heard the gunshots.
People who are willing to take somebody's lives don't need to be out on the street.
Our brother was an amazing guy. He had friends all over the world. He had 100 people come to his memorial and he'd only been in Savannah a few months. If anybody has any information, even if it's the smallest bit, you just never know that could lead to something else.
In Savannah, I'm Aria Janelle, WTOC News.
There is currently a $10,000 reward for anyone who can give information that will lead to an arrest. If you know anything, please call Crime Stoppers. You can do so anonymously as well. We have that number on our website, WTOC.com.